Now, I think I feel better or fitter.
People are living longer, often because of the good work that we do in our hospitals. But when they live longer with chronic diseases. And we need to keep people well and at home, looking after themselves, supported by primary care, rather than defaulting to the hospital.
We can't do this just with one professional group or one divisional group.
The nice thing we're starting to see is the true collaboration. So one group is seeing that another group is doing some work, and that where they're sharing measures, all that information starting to be shared.
The work you're doing isn't just in stroke, isn't just in diabetes, it's addressing the frailty of the entire system. And that will drive us into these cross-sector, these multidisciplinary collaborations.
This campaign is part of the locality clinical partnership strategy, which is where we've got teams that are located in 4 of our localities with roughly 120,000 people in each. And the benefits of this means that people can be cared for closer to home.
Given me more energy. This program has really given me the utmost support.
I can walk, I can talk, I can dance.
It made me feel secure.
Go exercise because I know it helps my dad.
My relationship with my GP is good. I see him more often than I used to.
Over the last 30 years of my clinical experience, I've seen the system become unbelievably complex for these patients. In and out of hospital, 3 or 4 different outpatient clinic visits, maybe 12 clinicians of one sort or another involved. And you and I could not navigate that system. These programs are about improving continuity of care for patients, and they're about helping patients navigate through this mass of people trying to help them.
We need campaigns like the 20,000 Bed Day campaign to make sure that people stay well and at home, and that our hospitals are places where people come to when they're seriously, seriously ill.
You feel alienated at Middlemore, but in Pukekohe, well, it's like home. I mean, I've lived here for 30 odd years.
What happens between learning session 1 and learning session 2 is teams start to develop some comfortability with the methods and the collaborative methodology in general.
I think it shows really good collaboration as well. You work across with different teams doing different things.
Because I think that's where you learn an awful lot, when you hear some real stories about how it's working, and then you take it back to the theory. You think, that's what we're doing, that's why we're doing it, that's what our aim was.
We had an opportunity to develop a program that was a little bit different, that could meet some of the growing demand, but also look at some of the areas where we could improve our service.
I think View's been great because they've also picked up some of my other patients.
Transition to care is about understanding that people transition from the community into the hospital environment, and they transition from the hospital environment back out into the community. And I think there's an understanding that people wait. They wait unnecessarily in the inpatient environment and sometimes in the community for something to happen. And I think that's really is what we're trying to focus on, is to identify where are the unnecessary waits and how can we eliminate or minimise those unnecessary waits.
know we've saved 20,000 bed days. That's great use of facilities. It's good for the way we look after people, and I think this campaign has been a wonderful success.
So where do we go from here? How do we turn business as unusual, which is what this is, to business as usual?
Every morning I get up, it's that sense of, well, what am I going to do today, and what are the steps I'm going to do to make it a positive change for my life and an ongoing positive step.